Hi guys, it's coming from the Mighty Blues. This is my instant match reaction. Everton 1, Arsenal 0. What a fantastic performance that was. Another absolutely fantastic result for Marco Silva's men at Goodison Park. Again, the lads turned up. Again, the lads showed fight. Again, the lads showed passion. And again, we constantly were creating opportunities. And we absolutely dominated the game. Arsenal didn't get anywhere near us from the first minute to the last minute. It was quite similar to the performance against West Ham. Only we didn't convert more of our chances. Like I said, again, we could have either got, about 6 or 7 goals in that game. We had a plethora of opportunities that, we were sloppy with. We put them to the keeper. But listen, it's not about that. We won the game and we absolutely dominated it. Another top performance against the top 6 side, and it's starting to become a theme now, where when we turn up and when we show a little bit of fight and when we show a little bit of passion and when the fans get behind the players, you're seeing the results on the pitch instantly. Bernard, absolutely fantastic. Again, what a player that lad is. Well, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Once he's had a full pre-season under his belt, and once he's got a little bit more fit, he'll be absolutely unbelievable. Phil Jagielka coming in last minute for Michael Keane, who had an illness, stepping in and not just stepping up defensively and putting in a fantastic shift defensively, but getting the winning goal, of course, being in the right place at the right time off another big, long Luca Dean throw. I think every single lad today was absolutely unbelievable. I'm going to mention one now, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin for me was absolutely quality today and probably second to Bernard to man of the match. He was unbelievable. He won every single ball in the air. He was controlling the ball. He knew where he was when the ball was in the air and he didn't have anybody around him. He was getting it on his chest instead of just heading it aimlessly. He was absolutely unbelievable. And with the lack of goal, and maybe he could have added a goal in the game, other than that, spot on performance, 10 out of 10 for me for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You see people still to this day saying that he's a championship player. If you honestly think that Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a championship player, then you don't know anything about football, mate. Mesut Ozil, shite, there's a championship player for you. Guendouzi, that Maitland-Niles, fucking hell, I've seen better players on the AstroTurf of a Saturday afternoon than that Maitland-Niles. They're shite, they're championship players. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was absolutely fantastic. Yet again, the front three for me all put in a shift. Bernard, again, okay, we missed a one-on-one opportunity, but defensively stacking his men back, winning the ball back in important areas. Richarlison doing the same, wasn't absolutely unbelievable up front, wasn't his best game going forward, but coming back, he was stacking back and he was winning the ball and he was putting himself about and he was getting involved and he was made sure that the Arsenal players knew exactly where he was. Listen, Arsenal done nothing but moan and dive all game. They just constantly moaned, they constantly wanted the referee to give them anything. I thought Kevin Friend was poor today. I really did think he was poor. I think, every time we got the ball, he was checking his watch for time wasting, but they were allowed to take throw-ins 62 yards ahead of where the ball went out of play. I think he was a joke. But listen, I think we absolutely dominated the game again and again. It got to that point 70 odd minutes in where the Evertonian in you wants to say, we've got to score a second, they're going to get a dodgy goal, they're going to get a stupid bounce in the last minute, and we're going to lose the 3 points here when we quite clearly deserve it. But the little bit of hope in me and watching the football made me sit there and go, no, they're not going to get anything here. They're not going to create an opportunity. They're poor. They're not offering anything to this game. We'll just keep on creating opportunities, and hopefully we put another one in the back of the net. We didn't, but it didn't matter at the end of the day. Like you said, you win a game 1-0, you win a game 3-0, you win a game 9-0, you still get 3 points, and we absolutely deserved that 3 points today. The lads, every single one of them from start to finish, were unbelievable. Seamus Coleman on the right-hand side. Again, it seems like he's got that little bit of fire, he's got that little bit of fight, he's got that little bit of passion, back into him. I think for me, Seamus is a natural leader. I think what lets Seamus down is when he's actually got the physical captain's armband on him. It's a little bit too much pressure for him and it gets to his head and you don't see him, doing what he usually does. Today he was surrounding the referee, the only Everton player to do that. When there was 10 Arsenal players surrounding the referee, Seamus Coleman was getting involved, telling them to piss off because they don't know what they're talking about. He was up for it, he was winning challenges, he was running down the line, he was showing that Seamus Coleman that we seen 4 or 5 years ago when he used to burst down the line and try and create opportunities. The midfield today for me, Gomez, Gay probably could have been a little bit better on the ball, but listen, he was winning everything back that he needed to, and as was Andre Gomez. And there was only one game plan from Marco Silva there, and that was to go forward. That was whenever you got the ball, go that way, whether that was the first minute when it was 0-0 or whether it was the 90th minute, the 92nd, the 93rd minute when we were 1-0 up. And we could have easily said take it to a corner and sit there, but he didn't. He said get the ball and go that way and break in numbers. And for me, Marco Silva has to take massive credit for that win again. This is 3 wins on the bounce now, 2 against top 6 sides and 1 where we absolutely walked all over West Ham as if they were nothing. three massive wins, another clean sheet for Jordan Pickford, another clean sheet for that defence, another defensive performance where we've seen Michael Keane come out, Phil Jagielka come in, and we're still defending in units, we're still defending fantastically. Michael Keane literally coming out of the team the last second, Phil Jagielka steps in, and like I said, okay, he gets the goal and that's absolutely unbelievable and it wins us the game, but defensively, he was absolutely unbelievable, as was Kurt Zouma. Both of them were brilliant all day. Luca Dean on the left, again, he's the best left back in this league. He is. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's the best left back in this league. So I don't need to go and say he was absolutely unbelievable, because that's Luca Dean every week. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're watching this, hello, that's Luca Dean every week for you, mate. Come and watch next time. He'll do the same. Bernard as well. Absolutely fantastic on that side of the pitch. I just thought we were unbelievable today. And like I said, Marco Silva has to take massive credit for that. That's 3 massive wins on the bounce now. 2 against top 6 sides, where in the second half of the Chelsea game, the full 95 minutes today, the opposition team looked like getting nowhere near us. Against West Ham last Saturday, it looked like getting nowhere near us. And you have to credit Marco Silva for that. And you have to credit the lads for going out and showing a little bit of passion and showing a little bit of fight and getting themselves involved in the game. But also showing that little bit of class. Andre Gomez taking the ball down in the midfield and going, you know what? I could necessarily lump it that way and just hit it out, but I'm not. I'm going to take it down and I'm going to have a little look for a pass. And okay, you got caught out doing it a couple of times, but you don't mind if it doesn't lead to anything, do you? Dominic Calvert-Lewin again, Bernard again, Richarlison again, constantly having shots on goal. And okay, maybe we should have done a little bit better. Maybe Gylfi Sigurdsson should have done a little bit better with his one-on-one opportunity. But we're having shots on goal. I think it was like 14 shots we entered the game with. Take that back to Allardyce's era when I think we had 4 shots in his whole managerial career at Everton, or something stupid like that. It's absolutely unbelievable, and I love this mentality that Marco Silva seems to be instilling into the players. I love this mentality of, doesn't matter who you are playing, whether they're Arsenal, whether they're Liverpool, whether they're United, whether they're Burnley, whether they're Bournemouth, you go out and the game plan is the same. You go out to win this game of football, you go out to create opportunities, and you go out to, to get the 3 points at the end of the day. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a nightmare for those 2 centre-halves today, an absolute nightmare, and for me, he's a fantastic young footballer, and once he adds that little bit of, the split decisions into his game, once he starts to create more opportunities and once he starts to score more goals, he'll be an absolute world beater for me. But listen, overall I think we were absolutely fantastic all game. It wasn't as pretty as the West Ham game. We didn't take our chances like we should have, but we dominated Arsenal. They were never in the game and they had no opportunity to get back in the game. We played like the side that should be in the top 6 there, and they played like the mid-table side, exactly like Chelsea did in the second half, exactly like West Ham did last week as well. We were absolutely unbelievable, and Marco Silva has to take full credit for that. Another massive win at Goodison Park, and hopefully we can go on and we can replicate that against Manchester United, against another top 6 side. But that's going to do it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Everton 1, Arsenal 0. Come on, you Blues. Let's go and enjoy the rest of our weekends now. Cheers for watching.